say that Adrian Granados is not like a lot of the guys that you guys complain about, or even so, he's not like a lot of these fighters that you guys hype up. Let's take a guy like Adrien Broner, for example, right? Adrien Broner, no disrespect to the man, but Adrien Broner, go look at his resume. He beat nothing but cans coming up. Gavin Reeses of the world, the Vicente Escobedos of the world. He struggled with Paul Malignaggi. Got a gift decision in that fight in the eyes of many people. Then when he went up and fought Maidana, got destroyed, got torched in that fight. The best win of his career, if we're being honest, Emmanuel Taylor, Khabib Al-Akfardiev. Nothing really impressive. Lost to Sean Porter when Sean Porter was at a disadvantage and came down in the catchweight fight. Fought at the lightest weight of his career. Fought really scared of Sean Porter. Let's just be honest. Adrian Granados, much like Sean Porter, has a very aggressive come forward style. And we saw how cautious AB was against Sean Porter. Now, fighting a guy like Broner, who wouldn't be weight drained, whose body is settled in at the weight, who is coming off of the biggest win of his career against a very, very once highly touted prospect in Amir Imam, where he gets completely destroyed and obliterated him. You don't think that guys know that? You don't think that a guy like Broner knows that a guy like Granados would be too hard for him? I think Granados would give Broner hell. I think he beats him, honestly, because Broner's fundamentals have really declined. If you go watch the Theophane fight, he's throwing a lot of punches off balance. Wasn't really sharp in that fight, and hasn't really been very sharp in quite some time due to him just not being focused in the gym. So I think that'd be a good fight for Granados. He deserves a fight against a big name fighter. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, before I get into this video, happy basketball season. We got the NBA in full effect starting tonight with all the games on ESPN. My Hornets will be back in action tomorrow, so shout out to the Hornets. Hopefully they have a great year. But in this video right here, I wanted to speak on a fight that was just announced, and I'll be getting to Showtime and all the fights they made later on today. But the one fight that I want to talk about more so than any one of the other fights that got made today was the fight for February 11th, which is my 22nd birthday, aka B. Taylor Day. There was a fight on February 11th scheduled on Showtime between Adrien the Problem Broner and Adrien El Tigre Granados. Now, I don't know if Al Heyman and Showtime and folks watch True School Sports, but I just did a video less than a month ago, like within the last, I'm pretty sure I put it out this month, in this calendar month, saying that either Terrence Crawford or Adrien Broner should fight Adrien Granados, and lo and behold, we have Adrien Broner versus Adrien Granados. Now, I've done videos, I did a video about that. I've interviewed Adrien Granados where he's talked about the sparring sessions with Adrien Broner. You can check that out. But let me just say this. Because I want to put everything into context. Now, on paper, this is a very good fight. Adrien Broner is still a talented fighter, whether you think he's overrated or not. Still a talented fighter. Adrien Granados is an underrated, very talented fighter. As far as, upset he pulled over Amir Imam last year. His resume, the guy he's fought, Brad Solomon, Felix Diaz, Leonardo Tyner, Frankie Gomez, and a whole host of other guys. He's fought really good competition. Nobody's ever really convincingly beat him. And I wanted to say it like this. Adrien Broner, there probably isn't a worse, as far as style matchup, not just style matchup, but just in terms of the type of person who's coming to the ring, there is probably not a worse matchup for him out there. This is going to be a very tough matchup for him, because when we talk about Adrien Granados, we're talking about a guy who wasn't spoon-fed like a lot of you fighters out here today. He really had to prove that he was the goods, and over time he has done that, and he has earned this fight. And not just that, when we talk about Adrien Granados, we're talking about a guy at 140 pounds. He's 5'9", 74 with the 74-inch reach. Adrien Broner, I believe, is a bit shorter than Granados. Broner is pushing probably about Broner is pushing 5'6" with a 69-inch reach. So what I'm saying is, Broner, you would say from what we know about both fighters, from what we've seen, that Broner is probably the more naturally skilled fighter. But Granados has some physical. I think Granados has an edge in this fight. Because when you break down a fight, you look at the mental part of you look at the fighters from a mental standpoint, physical standpoint, and a skill standpoint. Now, from a mental standpoint, I'm gonna put it to you like this: Adrien Broner, we know mentally he's went through his troubles. He was talking about committing suicide not too long ago. We know that he has a tendency to get into trouble. He has a tendency to not be focused. And look, I don't want to be someone who's negative, but knowing how someone like Adrien Broner thinks, although he sparred Granados and he should know what he's getting into the ring with, he could look at his record and say 19-4. Oh, that's gonna be easy work, and he can completely overlook this guy, and he's gonna set himself up for a major ass whooping of the highest order. There's that. So from a mental standpoint, I don't think Adrien Broner is ready for a fight of this magnitude. Adrian Granados is definitely ready for a fight of this magnitude. A guy who has been waiting for his chance to prove himself against a big name opponent. So here it is. From a physical standpoint, Adrian Granados is taller than him by 3 inches, has a 5-inch reach advantage. So while Granados isn't the kind of fighter who fights tall, he's a guy that definitely has some advantage things to exploit physically. So it's going to be interesting to see if he could exploit those things and maybe even show a little bit of boxing, because people just look at him as a come forward fighter. Maybe in this fight he showed a little bit of that boxing ability due to the reach he has. So that'll be another thing to look for. And then from a skill standpoint, you get the edge to Broner just because of what he's done in the past. But if this thing becomes a slugfest to where they're trading punches in the center of the ring, yes, Broner has the better power, but Granados' is conditioning, his ability to come forward, overwhelm you with punches, and just maintain a high work rate throughout the course of a fight. It's a bad match for Adrien Broner. And all you people, because I've got ever since this fight's been getting made, I've had people go on old Granados videos and say that, well, Broner's gonna stop this guy, and Broner's gonna do this, and Broner's gonna do that. Broner ain't gonna do nothing, man. Broner's gonna show up to the damn fight. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Broner will probably. I'm hoping not. I really want to see a good fight. So hopefully Adrien Broner sees this video, or someone in this camp sees this video, because I really don't know who watches these YouTube videos sometimes. But if somebody from the Broner camp or Adrien Broner himself sees this video, hopefully Adrien Broner does not come into this fight overweight, because he's had a tendency to do that. He struggled to make 140 in the past. The fist fight will be at 140. So I honestly don't think he's gonna make the weight. I think he's gonna have a hard time making the weight. I would not be surprised if he came in overweight. If he's not focused, we see him, because February is a long time from now. There'll be plenty of time for him to go to the club, party, blow up, balloon in weight. I'm not buying this is the new Adrien Broner rhetoric. We've been hearing that for a long time now. And while he had his chances to do that with some other cupcake opponents and get himself on track, he ain't gonna have that now. Granados is coming for blood. He's going for broke, and he's going for the gusto. So if I'm Adrien Broner, I'm very, very, very cautious and very serious about this training camp. Because if you're not, you're going to get your ass whooped. Straight up. You're going to get a West Side, Garfield, Cicero, Chicago beatdown from Adrian El Tigre Granados. But I hope he comes into shape. I know Granados will. And it's going to be a hell of a fight, man. So hopefully, I haven't heard about what this fight's going to be. I asked Adrian about it on Facebook. He told me he doesn't know yet. So when I find out where this fight's going to be, that's how Brendan Taylor's going to spend his 22nd birthday. So wherever this fight is going to be, I'm going to be there. So if it's in Vegas or Chicago or LA or New York or wherever, I am going to be at this fight to support the homie Adrian Granados. But let me know what you guys think. February 11th, aka B Taylor Day, to my 22nd birthday. Adrian Granados versus Adrien Broner on Showtime Boxing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Who wins this fight and why? Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.